Now, 6 million people are expected to hit the high streets today in search of the last-minute Christmas gifts in what's been revealed to be a record year for British retailers. We're joined now by retail expert Patrick O'Brien. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Is it true? Is there more money around?
Well, there's a little bit more money around. I mean, the numbers that we've seen coming out today about the increased retail spending, I mean, that has to be taken in view of the fact that, you know, we have had inflation over a number of years. So when they talk about an extra 48 million since 2010, you know, a lot of that is taken up with inflation. The actual retail volume increase is really quite low.
I thought you were going to pop in
No,
there.
I was going to ask about the high street, because we saw yesterday record numbers of people returning to the high street. We've been hearing about how the high street's been suffering, but it appears that the sort of Christmas build-up has done them quite well.
Well, I'd say it's done reasonably well. I think what we have seen is this footfall has come down a bit in December. What we really saw was the success of Black Friday and Cyber Monday online, as meaning that an awful lot of that Christmas shopping was done earlier than usual, which has left December being more of a problem. And that's especially the case for clothing retailers, where I think they've been hit by a very mild autumn and they've really struggled to get those sales back of those winter goods, you know, jumpers and coats and the like. And I think they're really struggling. You're seeing them discounting earlier, and some of them all the way through December.
Well, it does seem now as if there's sales throughout the year almost, and so you don't sort of have to wait for that Boxing Day splurge, if you like, when prices are really slashed, because it's been happening in drips and drabs throughout the year. Well,
that's definitely the case. Retailers, they're really addicted now to discounting, and it's very hard to get yourself out of that and be able to sell at full price once consumers are so used to seeing discounting. And it's the same case with Black Friday, is that when you saw a number of retailers going down the heavy promotional push, for retailers it's very hard for them not to join in, to actually be able to push their stuff out there at full price.
And are we likely to see a record number of people logging on tomorrow, actually shopping on Christmas Day and doing that sort of online shop?
I think we are. We've done a survey at Verdict which shows that 30% of people expect to do some sort of shopping on Christmas Day, whether that's just browsing.
I can't think of anything more awful. When do we
You've opened all your presents and then you think,
let's some more.
Yeah, for a lot of people though, it's about gearing up for the Boxing Day sales. You know, having a look out there at which shops they might go to, which products are on promotion that they could get. But some of them will be purchasing as well on Christmas Day.
Is there such a thing as a discount anymore? As you say, retailers are now kind of giving us discounts all the time. Is the actual price anything true?
Well, there's a mix out there really. There are some promotions which, you know, can be quite sly. But at the same time, there are some retailers which are having to do, you know, across the board percentage discounts, and you know that's definitely is the case. But it's a case of shopping around really.
Do you think though we as shoppers have changed culturally? I mean, the scenes that we saw with Black Friday, something very un-British about those. We're used to seeing them over in America, but we seem to have been infected now, and we're desperate for a bargain at all cost.
Well, maybe, but I think I remember seeing exactly the same sort of footage of Boxing Day sales over the last few years as well. So, although Black Friday is undoubtedly a new phenomenon over the last 2 years, I'm not sure it shows much of a difference in the Brits' desire for a bargain.
We've basically always been greedy consumers. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And have we been buying on plastic? Are we going to get some nasty credit card bills through next month?
Well, that's part of the problem, isn't it? Is that although there is an increase in retail spending, there hasn't been an increase in earnings above inflation, and that means that the money has to come from somewhere, and therefore it either means that you're dipping into savings or you're spending on credit, and so we are going to see more of that in January. Yes.
Yeah, increasing confidence without the pounds to back it up.
Indeed.
Patrick, thank you very much. Very Merry Christmas to you. I'm sure you've done all your shopping already.
Oh yeah, all done.
Thanks for coming in.